Where did you find the body? And what I mean by that is, did you find the body in the trash can after you had removed it? They're giving you a pointer.
Oh,
so if you
okay.
need that. After you had removed the trash can from the building, or were you still in the building when you found the body?
Best I can remember, sir, was, like I said, we opened that door and we saw those items. Now we had the knowledge of, she had said that there was maybe to look for a trash can. So that alerted us. Red flag went off, if you will. That time, I think I removed some items on top of that and maybe moved the can. But like I said, once I felt the can, it had some significant weight to it, more so than a regular trash can has household trash in it. Removed some items off the top of that, and then that's when I first saw the leg of Evelyn's body. Like I said, maybe replaced it or resituated best I can. Stopped what we were doing and made the appropriate phone calls.
So you say you replaced it?
Set it back, yes, close to it.
You set the trash can back in. Did you set the stuff back in the trash can that was on top of the body?
I don't recall putting those items back on top. I think once those items were removed, and some of the items I remember specifically, there was a bread bag, an empty bread bag that was in that top portion of the trash. And I recall it having a September 2019 expiration date, which again alerted us that, hey, this wasn't there like the rest of that stuff I testified to was obvious to me. It had been there for years. And now you had these couple bags of trash in this can that looked out of place or looked more recent. And I think, after seeing that, opening that bread bag with that date, obviously that date gave us an idea that this was a window of time that was recent, that fit close to the proximity that Evelyn was reported missing.
Okay. So the black trash bag in Exhibit 17, it appears to be pressed down in the trash can. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So at some point you took it out of the trash can?
Yes, sir. That was, as I best recall, that was the first thing removed from that can.
Agent Fraley, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 15.
Okay.
Is that the same black trash bag?
Yes, sir. As best I recall, you could only see that portion in that last picture, and that's after it's kind of been opened.
Okay.
To inspect the contents inside.
Okay. So that picture was taken after you open the door, obviously. You take the trash bag out of the can, or did you?
I can't recall if I did or not. Like I said, I think I did, because to inspect the bigger bag that was down in the bottom of the can with Evelyn's body.
Okay, did you place the black trash bag back in the can?
I can't recall if I did or not. Like I said, once we confirmed that was Evelyn's body, or what we believed to be, we stopped. But I can't remember if I placed it back in there or set it to the side.
Now, I assume there's a protocol to how you all would handle a scene like this. Could
Yes.
you walk me through that?
Well, typically, like I said, this was a looking for Evelyn's body, because based off of what the phone call had come in to come there to search for items that he had said had been brought there and placed in the yard barn. We found those items. I think Special Agent Gratz and Haraz with the Sheriff's Department started looking, inspecting, and made the decision to take that. And then the process of that led us to just to look in the playhouse where we found these items. So for protocol, I guess there's not a checklist to start looking, but once items are found, the protocol is to photograph those, bag those, seal those bags, mark those bags, and ultimately send them to our TBI labs for examination.
And I assume the protocol would be not to contaminate other pieces of evidence there. You want to keep everything as separate as possible.
As best we can.
You described the situation where you all placed her body on a clean body bag.
Yes, sir.
And I think you said y'all put wax paper on the porch prior to doing that.
I think it was like butcher paper, this rolled butcher paper, then the body bag on top of that, and then as we were removing the contents of the trash can, it was onto the body bag.
The black bag.
Imagine what that's like to have to do this detective's job, to go looking for a baby and to see that deceased, helpless, beautiful baby in a trash can. Baby Evelyn was thrown out like trash. So now the jury needs to know who did it. That's their job, to find out who did this. State says it was Megan Boswell. Defense says it was somebody else. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more testimony. And guess who's on the witness stand next? Megan's father. There he is. We'll go in live together after the break. Back to court. We want to take you now. The detective describing the discovery of baby Evelyn's little body in a trash can. That's where she was. And what you're about to hear, it might infuriate you, it might sicken you, it might upset you. I just want to warn you, some of these details are hard to stomach. The jury's got to hear this now. They've got to know how she was found. Let's watch.
When you found the body in the trash can, it was in a bag, correct?
Yes, sir.
Evelyn had leaves in her hair?
I don't recall that. I don't recall that.
Okay, were there any leaves in that trash can?
I don't recall.
You say you don't? When you say you don't recall, I guess I want you to clarify. Did you say, I don't remember? You saying I don't remember, or I don't remember?
Even reviewing the pictures yesterday, I don't remember saying, I mean, it's been 5 years, but even reviewing those, I don't remember seeing leaves inside of those.
So you don't think there were leaves in the trash can or her hair?
Like I said, I don't remember seeing those even after the review of those photographs yesterday.
Okay. I want to talk about the body. Obviously, when you find it, you had to move it to some degree.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you would have done your best to have placed it back you moved it out of the trash can and then placed it back like it was, I'm assuming.
No, sir.
Okay, tell me what you did.
Are you talking about removing the body and then putting it back in?
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay.
That's incorrect.
Okay, tell me.
No, once we went into the playhouse, opened that door, saw what we saw, the trash can, the 2 bags that, like I said, were obvious to us that they didn't match everything else in that playhouse. It was, and then confirming, like I said, with the information that Megan had provided to us, that the trash can was in play. That first black bag removed, and then I talked about the empty bread bag that had expiration date. That confirmed this wasn't in the time frame of this other stuff with the dust and the cobwebs. Pulled that off, and that's when the odor of decomposition appeared or was present, and then pulled that fleece blanket back, and then that's when I saw the leg and the foot. That's when we stopped at that point. Then made our phone calls, forensic pathology, medical examiner, DA's office, and our chain of command.
So I assume you made as minimal of movement as the body as possible.
Yes, sir. Again, because we were, number one, trying to confirm if that was her. We were optimistic and hopeful it was. And once we verified that, at that point, we stopped and waited on them for guidance.
But it would be fair to say you moved the body.
Absolutely, we did.
You had
But,
to be-
like I said, not from the trash can and then
Right.
put it back.
But you had
Just-
to move it within the trash can in order to see what you were seeing.
No, again, just pulled the blanket back and saw that leg and foot. We didn't, the body wasn't moved. Now, it may have moved when we moved the trash can, but we didn't physically touch the body, remove it, and replace it.
So fair to say you didn't try to move it, but when you moved the trash can, it could have moved.
Yes, sir, it absolutely could have moved.